What's happening, sports fans? How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good day to you, and it is my time of the year. It is NCAA March Madness for the men and the women. The men tip off play today on this Thursday. We're going to give you a little preview of what to expect. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that follow button, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to both sports channels on YouTube. Again, it is March Madness time for both the men and women. The men tip off today, right now. Matter of fact, by the time you watch this, Louisville and Creighton would have tipped off on CBS. And if you haven't got those brackets in by now, by the time you're looking at me, it's a little too late. You can't do it, but you can play for fun. I'm sure if you find some website where you can do that. Now, I have already filled out brackets. I actually filled out like 11 of them on ESPN Tournament Challenge just to see what I am going to be able to do, see if I can get any of these right, because it's been quite a few brackets busted early in the last couple of years, especially on the men's side. So again, we got the men tipping off, and you have some games that will be followed up on today on True TV and TNT. Now, who are the number one seeds? Well, Auburn, it is the overall number one seed on the men's side. They are coming out of the South region. Number one seed Duke, they are coming out of the East region. Number one seed Florida Gators, they will be coming out of the West region. And the Houston Cougars, the other number one seed, they will be coming out of the Midwest region. So I've kind of glanced and kind of, looked at the regions and looked at the brackets, and I can honestly tell you, I don't know if there's a clear-cut favorite. I do know there is the most dominant conference was the SEC. They got 14 teams in. But Auburn, who is the number one overall seed, even though, your instinct is telling you they probably gonna win it all, I wouldn't just say that. They had a couple of slip-ups in the last couple of weeks. Matter of fact, they did not even win the SEC tournament. I believe Florida did. So again, the SEC conference is probably the most strongest conference, but the Big Ten is right behind them as well, and as well as the Big 12. So some of the matchups, again, out of the South that I just kind of looked at, Auburn, they will have to face Louisville or Creighton next in the next round. Auburn obviously has Alabama State, a 16 seed. I believe this is for Alabama State's first time ever in the NCAA tournament. Now, one team that had a lot of scrutiny behind it and some controversy was the North Carolina Tar Heels. A lot of people felt that they shouldn't have been in here. Well, they had to do the play-in to get in, and they won, and now they will face number 6 seed Ole Miss. I think North Carolina will win that. Not just because I'm a Tar Heel fan, but I think they will. So that's the South region, which has Michigan State coming out of that region as well. As far as the West region, you got Florida, the number one seed. They face Norfolk State. If they beat them, they will face the winner of number 8 UConn, the defending men's champ, and number 9 Oklahoma Sooners. So that next second round game could be quite interesting. You got Memphis as the number 5 seed. You have Missouri as the number 6 seed. Drake, the number 11 seed. A lot of people have been talking about them. Matter of fact, I think a lot of their ball players are Division II transfers because that's where their coach came from. But they've played some great ball, so that might be a sleeper team to watch. Got number 3 seed Texas Tech, UNC Wilmington. Then you got number 7 Kansas and number 10 Arkansas. That could be an interesting matchup. Kansas hadn't played well the last couple of weeks. Bill Self, he's got a little rocky road there. Then Arkansas, first year John Calipari there. His first year as a Razorback coach. That's going to be a good matchup. Then you got St. John's, the number 2 seed, which is my underdog, which is my favorite. I think St. John's could possibly win this thing. Rick Pitino, if he does this, he will go down in history as probably one of the greatest college basketball coaches of all time. He's been to quite a few schools. He's won 2 national championships. He won 1 at Louisville. And where's the other one? He won 1 at Louisville, I believe. And he coached at Providence. Kentucky, my bad. Couldn't forget about that. He will definitely be one of the greatest college coaches ever. Now, the number 1 seed Duke Blue Devils, with their all-freshman, probably going to be the player of the year, Cooper Flagg. Will he be 100%? They open up against Mount St. Mary's. That should be an easy one. But in their region, they may have to face Baylor in the next round on Mississippi State. Who else? They got Arizona in their region as well. And VCU, which is one team that is another sleeper. They're very good defensively. Keep your eye out on the number 11 seed VCU coming out of the East, as well as number 2 seed Alabama. So that East region could be quite interesting. Now, the Midwest got number 1 seed Houston Cougars. Can they win the national title? They've been the talk of all year. They thought, a lot of people think that they could win this thing off. They win their first round matchup, they will face the winner of Gonzaga or Georgia. So this could be an interesting region. McNeese will face number 5 Clemson. I think McNeese is got in here for the first time as well. So who else? Number 3 Kentucky is in that region. Number 7 UCLA, and number 2 Tennessee is also in that Midwest region. So there you have it. That's what we got, men's March Madness. If you didn't get your brackets in via ESPN or wherever, CBS Sports, it's too late now, but you can still play for the fun of it. So we're going to be counting these down and watching these games until they all make the Final Four. We get there, which is in San Antonio, the weekend of April 5th and 6th. So I'd like to know what you guys think. Who is your sleeper team? Will all number 1 seeds make it to the Final Four? Talk to me in the comments. I'm Kendrick, the Sports Guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.